Welcome back to WagerTalk.com. Sunday college basketball action. We're going to the Big Ten, and we're going to take a look at Michigan State at Wisconsin. Don't look now, Brian, but Michigan State, they're making that annual late season charge under Tom Izzo every single year. You know, they talk about, is this going to be the year that he finally misses, you know, the big dance? And then Michigan State gets on that run, and everything's right with the world.
You see it every year. You could just take this segment and just replay it again for the next few years. It happens all the time. And you like to play on a team near the end of the season that does that because they've got the basis of what that coaching staff wants to do, and they're starting to play great ball now. And the unfortunate thing, in my opinion, is I don't think this is the same Michigan State team that there's been there in the past. And they're facing Wyoming. That was the last video. Wisconsin. How many teams begin with W, by the way? Wisconsin team who is off of a loss, and they've got 7 days to prepare this game. They're not playing in that one game. Actually, Thursday, Michigan State's coming back and playing here. So you've got more time for this team to prepare for a big game off of a loss. I don't know what the line is on this game, but I hope a lot of people are buying into Michigan State so I can play the other side.
Well, let me tell you, I'm rooting for Michigan State on Thursday night to keep, rolling along. And as we are taping on Thursday, Michigan State's cashed 6 of their last 7. They've won 6 of their last 7 games. But I got to point out to you that the 6 wins, 5 of the 6 wins were against the bottom 7 teams in the Big Ten. And I think there's a big disparity top to bottom in the Big Ten. This is not a stacked conference like the Big 12, okay? There's the haves, and there's a whole bunch of have-nots. And Michigan State's done this whole run against them. The one team they did beat, they beat at home. They beat Ohio State. They were a 2.5-point favorite, and they won the game. But Ohio State's shown some problems in some of their road games this year. This is the perfect spot. And as you alluded to, Wisconsin's coming on. They had their 10-game winning streak snapped at Maryland. And Maryland's not a bad ball club. Maryland's playing good basketball. First year in the Big Ten. They're doing well. And that was a huge game for them. Now, Wisconsin, it's almost good that they had that, awakening, so to speak. You lost the game, you're coming back home. But the one thing you didn't mention, and I don't think you're as big on this as I am, but it is something that I like to use, especially if it supports me. I'm going to put it in there. But it's the last home game for Wisconsin. So I do like the added emotion of senior day in that. And I know in college sports anymore, it's becoming less and less because none of the seniors that are any good are still there. They've already gone to the NBA or wherever, but it's an emotional day at the school, all right? So let's go with that. I like Wisconsin here. I think they'll be totally focused, and I think that Michigan State's a paper champion here. I think they're not as good as this run looks. I think they get exposed. And the other thing I like here, have you looked at this, have you watched this Wisconsin team play defense? They've got one of the best defenses in the league.
They got one of the best defensive coaches.
They have the last 10 opponents, 7 of them, they've held to 55 points or less. Now, if you like action and you like, up and down the floor, this isn't the game. Don't tune in.
Well, you wouldn't be watching the Big Ten overall.
Yeah, but 55 points, it's just too much. I just think Michigan State's going to struggle too much to score. And then as they start to get that separation, Wisconsin does, it's going to force Michigan State to start getting out of their comfort zone and putting up some more threes. And I just think that the margin's just going to, grow at the end, and they end up kicking this out. I've got Wisconsin winning by 13 or more.
You know why a lot of these teams from the Big Ten have success in the tournament is because unlike some of the other conferences that are looking for that one-and-done player, Kentucky, UNLV, that kind of thing, these guys are there for a long time. I mean, Bennett's not recruiting guys the same the Kentucky's. He's looking for players that fit into his system. Izzo's looking for the same thing. That's why these teams coming out of the Big Ten, even though they haven't been dominant on the season, are always dangerous come tournament time.
The other part is because they do play so many low-scoring games are going to be tighter, and you've got that pressure of close games. Too many times these teams that have had all blowouts, when they get into a tight game, they don't know how to handle the pressure of a close game. You see that out of Gonzaga
every year. They just dominate their conference. Then they get in the tournament and play some better teams. They don't know how to grind out a win.
There you go. All right, make it official. Take Wisconsin on Sunday. It's senior day. If there's any seniors there, they'll be happy. They'll be celebrating. It'll be a big win for the home side, Wisconsin.
AARP thinks I'm a senior.
You are. Stations Casinos
Seniors
thinks
are
you are.
good. They give you discounts.
Yeah, there you go.
Seniors, great.
All right, he's Bryan Leonard. I'm Marco D'Angelo. Don't forget, $2 Tuesday. If you took advantage of it this week, my guy, partner in crime next to me, you could have got his big play on Tuesday on Utah State, an 18-point winner for $2. Can't beat that. Find out who this week's $2 Tuesday capper is. Check it out at wagertalk.com. All right, we're going to be back with some informational videos up next. wagertalk.com.
You get paid extra every time you say wager.